of laning though.
Yeah, no, that's true. I just feel they need some type of team fight to close this out. Or I guess the Axe can be this tanky guy, and like the PL and Lina will just run around.
Do you guys think we'll see the support Axe or the offlane Axe?
10 seconds remaining.
More likely to be support right now, isn't it? I mean, are they going to pick a 5th pick support?
I guess they could, because they've got double pick, it's the same thing kind of.
Yeah. I mean, Secret at least expected to be offlane. Banning out the Dazzle, the last solo hero.
There's still a Winter Wyvern still in the pool as far as supports go. The Disruptor if you really want to get creative.
Well, what could they run dual offlane with the Wisp if they wanted something?
10 seconds remaining.
An Axe. That's what I'm thinking about.
5 seconds
I don't know.
remaining.
I feel like they still need some tanky hero.
Right?
Like maybe just some Ogre or Undying or something.
Yeah, Dying is rough though. You got this Morphling, this takes your tomb. You run away with Center ult. Want something else.
Virtus Pro's turn to pick.
Okay.
Zeus.
Zeus ban.
Something mid-1 plays from time to time. Secret like this hero a lot.
Sure.
Good at hunting the Io, bursting him down.
They also have the Monkey King.
They didn't ban the... That was a girl holding that sign, right?
You don't know, it was some Pepe face in the way. Couldn't see.
2018 Bulldog could be either.
Yeah, I don't mind. Yeah, the TA is still in the pool as well. You want to counter that with Lina? It's like a classic we've seen a lot of times.
No, Secret can kind of, like their lineup looks so nice. So I think they can just go for a matchup counter here. Like if they feel comfortable with the lanes. I think VP have like, they have a lot to think about here. Because they're probably mentioning the Disruptor as you said. But at the same time they're just looking at their lineup like,
yeah.
I don't know.
What works? Like you put Axe as a support, then you could pick up something to pair with the Io that gives you another tanky frontliner, but then you put an Axe Io support, which doesn't sound amazing.
Yep.
It feels like you're just giving Secret a great laning stage if you take that approach.
Is that the problem with picking the Wisp first? Is it kind of means you're a bit more... You've got to go a certain direction with the draft rather than playing the meta?
To get the most out of the Wisp, certainly. I think VP's trying to not go all in and like, yeah, we've got to get this Io partner, but they're trying to keep it more balanced, but as a result, their draft is kind of being left in this weird place where they've got an Io without a great partner for the Io.
Yeah.
Yeah, because like the nicest thing when you have a Wisp is just picking this Wisp and then picking a teamfight core, like Medusa, Luna, Jara. Like that makes it way easier to draft. When you end up with this PL, everything starts getting a little strange. So you start off like, yeah, you can go any lane, and then you don't really, don't have any team fight, and you don't really know what the next step is. See here what the
8 seconds. Solo. Lil. I remember. Tiny.
Alright.
Oh look, IO Tiny.
The classic one. Sadly enough, they removed the Axe though.
Yeah.
So most likely Axe support now.
Yeah. Solo Axe, I imagine.
So there is a Weaver, there is a Mirana still. There's also a Monkey King.
I just feel like TA is still pretty good here. Yeah. It's not that good late game, but you have Morphling and Earthshaker for late, so...
5 seconds remaining.
Yeah, I mean the only thing it's not... I like it versus everything but the PL here. Other than that, they could... What could they do?
What does mid-1 play? Like, he loves Monkey King, but you don't want to lane that against Lina.
No, probably not.
You can't put Morphling mid either against Lina, they kind of get trashed.
You could invoke her, it's not too bad.
Yeah. He plays a Tinker, like that's not terrible against the PL as well.
I think having mid-1 in this game has already meant the crowd's gone crazy. We're getting MOBA as well. How are we going to Monkey King? What do you know?
Okay.
No, the Monkey's going to go mid. Yeah. I think you can't do Monkey mid though.
Well, that's pretty scary though. From what I know, Lina just trashes on the Morphling.
I've heard different, like, it's like Lina can die a lot. but you can also end up in the situation where the Morphlings are sitting in this tower trying to regen up.
Morph is going to have support. It's going to be like a Morph Witch Doctor mid or something, I feel. Or
Or this Shaker's like going to start rotating kind of early. Like he'll just block for Psy and then he'll start moving.
So Pasha on the tiny.
Yep.
Okay. Very interesting draft. Very interesting.
It's interesting.
Very.
Gods, let's start with you. Thoughts and predictions.
I mean, I think from the get-go, the Morphling pick, stopping the VP Io Gyra made this tricky for them, and I think this Monkey, as much as it forces their lanes a different direction, is going to be a good pick to round out their draft, so I'm going to go with Team Secret in Game 1.
Okay.
No. Every time I've seen Secret have the like better stable late game draft, even though their lanes I've seen their lanes go like all so bad, and they still always come back. So I have to go with Secret. Like I have to go with my instincts that they always pull it out, and if they have the better lineup, they're just gonna win.
Okay.
I'm gonna have to go with VP. I think people are underestimating the Wisp, thinking it only goes with one hero. Like you can still play it with Lina and so on. It's super strong. So, and I think the Lina mid will destroy this game.
Okay. 2 for Secret and 1 for Virtus Pro as we head to our commentary team, ladies and gentlemen, for Game 1 of the upper bracket final.
Secret versus VP starts now. I'm joined by the beautiful Trent Pax, and I am excited for this draft. Trent, how you feeling coming into this one?
Can't wait to get into it. I mean, ESL, Hamburg, Secret were pushed to the brink. They had to take 2 quick wins in the end there. But since that, they're on a 10-game winning streak at the moment. Not slowed down here at all in Malaysia. Are Virtus Pro finally the team to do it?
We will see. Will the Witch Doctor be able to pull it out? You were skeptical about the pick.
I really was.
I've got all the confidence. I think Secret's going to make this one work,
I
man.
can't believe you sniped that one. Of all the heroes.
Sometimes better lucky than good, I suppose,
yeah,
right?
you're still a believer. But the lanes are setting up here, and lots of flexibility near the end of that one for Virtus Pro. Not sure exactly who's going to be on what. You know, you kind of lock yourself to Roger being on the IO. Not really something we're expecting out of solo. But after that, it was pretty flexible.
Yep.
And this is what we wound up here. You're solo on an Axe. Going to be playing very aggressively here with 2 mangoes and a stout. And the home crowd favors mid one.
Yes, indeed. The crowd has been electric here all day, and especially when mid one's beautiful face makes it onto the camera. Pasha was the one to end up picking up the tiny. And I'm excited to see how this one's going to work as we finally resume the game and get into the action.
Yeah, definite questions as to who will be laning where. At the moment, it's Nisha who's taking up the helm in the mid lane on this Morphling and going to be up against the Lina. I mean, this is one of Nisha's absolute top heroes, no question. One of the ones he's performed the best on so far with his stint on Team Secret.
As the panel mentioned, not the easiest matchup, though, for the Morphling, and we'll see how he handles it. It looks like it will be at least a 1v1 to get things started up top. Ramsey's on that PL up against the Zai Centaur, with most of these heroes centered around the bottom lane. Though we'll see, and look at that beautiful observer we got. It's
hiding in the bushes. He's become such a diva since then. Times were so much simpler.
Yeah, absolutely. Moments away here from the initial bounty spawn. We'll see VP make the invasion, and a little skirmish will break out. Some pokes back and forth, but Secret do repel. Able to pick up the bounties, and they will be secured 2 apiece and even spread.
Puppy strats on that one. Takes the heal level 1 there. Not the most common build on your Witch Doctor, but it's certainly one of the better ones for securing a lane that you're not very confident in, and this is a really bruising lane here of the Axe and Tiny.
That's one of the great things about Witch Doctor Trent, the versatility. He's got heals, he's got stuns, and that Maledict helps you secure those kills. A great spell to have against the Phantom Lancer as the game continues.
That's true. You know, maybe you can mark him down if there's a great initiation from the Centaur. Somebody get a Maledict down, but I don't know. I worry a little bit of the old puppy, but see if he can prove me wrong here. But mid lane to start, at least Nisha definitely having a damage advantage. Just a wee one there on the Morphling, but has to be cautious as these levels stack up to the big burst potential there from no one.
Yeah, exactly. Morphling always wants to sit on that low HP pool, so it's easier to last hit, but becomes risky business against Lina, especially level 4, level 5. Those are the moments you want to look out for where there's kill potential, especially if rotations come on the way.
Well, speaking of rotations, though, Yapsor, he's just grabbed himself the creep wave. Yep. Pulling it around there as Zai plays aggressively into the face of Ramses and Roger.
Will be a successful creep pull, and Roger, he's just hanging out. He's tethered up, and he's going to linger nearby.
Yeah, this is one really irritating part about the IO, though, is when you try and do these little creep pulls, you can just keep that bonus move speed, keep harassing you the whole time, and still get some of that XP. So not a total deny coming out of this pull.
More damage being exchanged bound bottom. Seems like this Voodoo Restoration from Puppey is already paying some dividends. But
yeah,
like you were mentioning, it's a pretty scary lane. Tiny Axe have a lot of kill potential between the two of them.
It's kind of interesting, though, because you don't really think of it as being an aggressive style, but because you have a Monkey King and all that healing allows him to just constantly like stack up those Jingu stacks, then it kind of works out in the last mid one to be more aggressive than you usually expect.
That's true.
Mid one carrying a range creep, I believe, on that Boundless Strike.
Yeah, actually putting a lot of pressure onto Pasha, going to force him to chew through a couple of those tangos.
Look at the way Roger's still just playing around with both these heroes. So aggressive, but making it work.
And I guess he knows that there's limited ability to punish this. Earthshaker already out of mana, and, well, Zai not going to really have too much else himself. He does have Hoof Stomp available, but Roger keeping an arm's distance for the most part.
No block in the bottom lane means Puppey gets off a pull, but Solo can, of course, try and abuse this, as he does have a Stout Shield.
Arcane Rune picked up by Yapzor, just now hitting level 2 on this Earthshaker. They do go for a play onto Roger, but he is able to tether back. No first blood.
All that aggression paying off.
Immediate tip.
2 levels here in the Dragon Slave. Nisha still knowing his limits, though, on this hero.
Gonna force no one back. Pops the healing salve. Yapzor is ready to make the rotation, but doesn't get there in time. Another Dragon Slave connects.
And then lurking nearby, Yapzor still wants to make some use of this Arcane Rune. Might not result in a kill, but at least a little bit of harass.
Yep, blocks him off. Does take a tower shot. We'll whomp him with a totem. No one connects with an LSA. Yapzor might have made a mistake. No one gets the first blood.
Yeah, a bit too greedy there. The whole creep wave on Nisha, he didn't want to commit any further forward, and now it feels like he's kind of committed to something that wasn't really necessary, lose some more HP, so bit of a blunder there on that attempted rotation.
Now, it was a relatively even lane before this. Nisha actually ahead in terms of denies, but Yapzor TP's mid. They want vengeance. Nisha wave force forward. Courier brings it in, and the Courier will keep no one alive. Yapzor still in hot pursuit. Fissure up in 8. He's learned his lesson, though, and he's not going to dive the tower. No one lives.
And at the same time, that Puppey Witch Doctor will get punished.
Missed the setup on that one, but Pasha secures the kill.
And the timing there of that Courier could not have been any better for no one. So 2 very fortuitous circumstances happening here as he now heads down bottom trying to secure himself a rune for said bottle, but Puppey is here to deny that.
Yep. Takes an LSA, but no one. Very low on mana. Not going to be able to do much more besides throw a couple of auto attacks. As now Roger joins the party down in this bottom lane. Solo, he's going to bump into Puppey. Drops the battle hunger.
Tether.
Puppey should be just fine here. The Voodoo Restoration helping him out quite a bit. Now mid one coming over, putting some damage into Roger. But Pasha joins the party, connects with an avalanche, tosses him into the neutral. And Roger will be just fine.
Very dangerous there, the 0 armor IO, but all this time, no one was stuck all the way back to the well because he couldn't get a rune. Having that top one secured from Yapzor, he's now just lurking there with the illusion. And that means that despite everything that happened, Nisha is still going to get about a 1 level advantage over no one.
16 denies on this Morphling. That experience just adds up so much in this stage.
Yeah, at this point too, the eye rotating out of the top lane means that Zai's going to have a great start. Someone who kind of tends to suffer in terms of the way that Secret's been playing lately, just because Yapzor tries to be the secondary 3.5 essentially, but Zai getting a full game this time should lead to a very early hood and then into the Blink Dagger.
Turning into a proper tri-lane now from Virtus Pro in this bottom lane. Roger seems pretty committed. Definitely looking to put some pressure onto mid one so this Monkey King does not get off to an ideal start. And I think also identifying that Ramses is pretty okay in this top lane to solo against a Centaur.
I feel like we're inevitably going to miss something here on old Nisha.
Mid lane, they're going to go in onto no one. He does have raindrops. That'll help him out. The LSA is off the mark. Blocked out by the Fissure. Yapzor with the body blocks. It'll be rough to find this kill, though. Nisha turns into the Lina. The raindrops actually keeping him alive, and now Solo looking for the counter kill. Battle Hungers come out. Roger's also made the rotation. Yapzor on the run will make it back up to his high ground. But while we were watching that, Ramses found a solo kill on that Centaur.
Yeah, a bit of a surprise one there. Zai getting caught up in that 1v1. Big bonus for your PL.
No one, still very early into level 5. Not quite a Laguna Blade, so Nisha will be all right despite getting caught.
And they will secure the rune here, so no one going to get himself a regen. Very much needed.
Very
Now,
nice.
top level 4 versus level 6, you can kind of see why Zai's running into some problems.
Here comes
also
Solo.
comes in with the body blocks here.
No Berserker's Call. It's a level 2 Battle Hunger, but the body blocks might be enough. Ramsey's laying in a lot of damage. They force the TP reaction. Not going to commit for the kill on Zai, and the TP will get canceled.
No, they might not be done quite yet, though. With that tether move speed.
They might be able to find it. The Wisp Ball smacking him in the face. He's trying to get to the shrine, and he makes it.
Oh, it's a
But is it going to be enough to keep him alive? It could be a mirage here, Trent. Headed back up to the high ground. The Battle Hunger slows him down. Rotation's inbound, and VP will let it go.
Still doesn't feel all too great, but at least Zai does survive. Meanwhile, in the mid lane, Nisha morphing down to minuscule HP here.
Woo! Woo! A little close for comfort on that one. No
Not
one.
a chance, you know.
Now level 6 as Pasha gets brought down in the bottom lane. Mid one secures that kill.
Radiant structures are fortified.
Action all over the place.
Positioning here, that ward really helping Nisha as no one's trying to play very aggressively around the tree line.
Much needed vision, a very delicate timing for the Morphling. Nisha knows his limits well on this hero, but doesn't take much to get caught by that Laguna Blade. 450 burst damage is no joke.
Yeah, it feels like Solo left so long ago now too that Hodge having a bit of a rough time there by himself. No one pressuring here with the Laguna Blade. Just anytime there's this big burst as a Morphling, it doesn't feel too great. It just means you can't farm quite as fast.
LSA off the mark. Now maybe the turn. Yapzor with the stun to set things up. Mid one makes the rotation. Roger down low, but they're able to walk away.
No one even keeping his move speed. He wants to go back up there.
Secret fishing for opportunities here, but not going to come out on top.
With that rotation though, Pasha has gone for a creep pull, but Arcane Rune could set things up here for mid one.
Primal Spring falls a little bit short, but there is an Arcane Rune on this Monkey King. Avalanche slows him down, but there's a fissure further slowing down the Tiny. Does make it back to the tower, and mid one won't be able to pursue.
Nice play from Pasha to take advantage of that situation from the rotation mid. So all the pressure on Anisha is having cascading effects here onto Secret, and it's given a 1k lead now to Virtus Pro. A lot of that because Solo's just been jungling to try and make sure this axe will be relevant without too much creep cutting.
Nisha putting a lot of pressure onto no one. Now the rotation from Roger. This is only a level 3 Wisp, but will give some mana back to the Lina as Nisha gets so low. The Dragon Slave barely connects.
Oh, up top, Zai now on the run here too.
Could be another kill in favor of Ramses. Zai with a great stomp, makes it into the trees. Ramses will dive in and commit for this. Doppelganger forward, he finds the kill. Puppy though, he's made the rotation, does connect with the Maledict, but these illusions doing a lot of work.
And he's got the correct one though. So some danger there for Ramses.
They drop the scan.
Himself.
They can't find him. The TP just coming off cooldown. Ramses will get interrupted. Yapzor finds him and punishes. Much needed kill for Secret, slowing down that PL. Still number 1 on net worth by a nice margin.
Yeah, they need those rotations too. Trying to cut this one back. 10-minute bounty runes approaching here shortly. Still need that level 6 on Zai to try and give them an edge in that battle. And now he's up against just a level 4 Centaur. It should help him out here.
Vanguard also going to help out Zai quite a bit. Has a bit of farming to do for that vitality booster, but will allow the Centaur to survive much more easily.
Ramsey's attempting that TP too, really hurting him. Obviously he has to walk all the way back up to top, so just more space now for Solo. But once more space for Nisha, so playing aggressively in the bottom now is No One and Roger for that 10-minute bounty. They split for the cask.
Very nice, but mid one jumps in with a Wukong's command. The follow-up Boundless Strike. No one gets low as Secret snipe the bounty. They will grab 3, obviously in their favor. Also a double damage, now snaked by Nisha.
And didn't have to use the Stampede too. So a pretty nice win there for Zai, because that means he can just keep playing aggressively, at least have a chance at some farm here as Ramses continues to push him.
Zai potentially in trouble, but Stick Stampede definitely feels a little more safe staying solo in this top lane. Though we won't be solo for long. Yapzor and mid one both making the rotation up here, feeling how much Secret wants to prioritize shutting down this Phantom Lancer.
It's also just space for Nisha.
Stampede, they jump in. There's the Doppelganger backwards. They've got one stun, a double edge, plenty of damage, but no! Roger there with the save. Boundless Strike's not enough. Ramses is still alive, and it'll backfire for Secret. What a rotation from Virtus Pro.
They held that hoof stomp too, waiting for the Doppelganger. He couldn't quite trick them there from Ramses, but Roger still there to bail them out. Just level 5 on the IO, and we see why this hero is so frustrating to play against and so often banned.
The point you keep coming back to, though, Nisha getting so much space in the mid. He's closed the gap on the Phantom Lancer, putting a lot of pressure on that tower.
At the same time, top lane, mid one's lurking, waiting for his chance.
Zai trying to bait here. Mid one does not have a Wukong's command, but he jumps in onto Roger. There's the Boundless Strike. The Wisp pops. Ramsey's now on the run. He's used the Doppelganger already. Trying to make it back into the tree line, and he'll live as now Pasha rotates. Looks like that'll be the end of the skirmish and just a quick pick on the Wisp.
Ramses was going in there for the tree cut, I believe, and got stunned up there by Zai. So really nice play. I'm sure Mid won't have a chance to rotate in on that, as he does now get his Vanguard to help protect him up against the PL and his illusions.
What build are you expecting out of the Morphling this game, Trent?
Not an E-Blade. Yeah,
I sure hope not.
That didn't go off too well. Should be more of a much more standard carry morph style of game. Unless they really get rolling, we'll see. But Nisha, he's definitely the big carry type player.
Yeah, no doubt. That shotgun Morphling definitely does not feel as strong as it used to be. Haste Rune up top, going to be picked up by Nisha. No bottle as the smoke rotation from Secret gets revealed. Solo, he'll be the one to find it. Easy pickup for Team Secret. Now bottom lane, Zai and Puppey going up against the Wisp PL. Ramsey's taking a lot of damage from Zai. There's the double edge. Probably not enough for a kill as they jump in onto Puppey. Ramsey's trying to find him in the tree line, but it's mid one. Wukong's command comes out, brings the PL low, but the tether heal is just too much. They can't find the kill, but Yapzor in the back line. Boundless strikes and fissures all over as now no one gets stuck in the trees. Maledict connects, but he breaks down Puppey first. The counter play as Roger and no one fall. They're trying to find the PL and they get it. 3 dead on Virtus Pro. Solo now in the retreat as Pasha makes the rotation.
Yeah, I don't think Nisha can really clean that one up. Oh, Solo pops a smoke there. He's got plans, very ambitious ones. Maybe looking for some sort of a toss play here from Pasha.
Could be unexpected here from Virtus Pro, and not a common time to smoke after losing most of your team. Looking for some consolation kills.
Oh, this vision is so close to seeing Nisha playing greedy here too. You've got such big bursts on the Tiny that you want to abuse. You're going to see a Witch Doctor coming in here too, but not going to opt for that kill either. So a bit of a wasted smoke there. At least it will rotate Soul up to the top lane as quick as possible. But here we go. Real replay here.
A very chaotic beginning to this one as they try to chase down Puppies. Ramses was so low for so much of this engagement. You can feel the power of the Wisp, man. Yeah,
a bit of a difference there too in how this PL is playing compared to the Morph, right? Where a lot of these hard carries we've been seeing so far today just not very involved or engaged in these first 15 minutes. Ramsey's kind of trying to get in on that action here, but when you get turned around like that from Yapzor, it looked like he wasn't going to really find a good opportunity for the Echo, but they collapsed in there trying to go for that final kill onto Puppey, and well, that was well worth it for him, as it just gave Secret a great edge.
Great patience from Yapzor there, and you see that fight, just how much reach Secret has in these engagements, and that was even without the waveform of the Morphling, but these boundless strikes, these fissures, they have so many ways to break up these fights, and from afar.
We've seen some pretty interesting builds out of mid one on these Monkey Kings too. This game looks like he's probably just going to play pretty standard with the Echo Saber. We've had Midas before too, just as he tries to keep himself kind of relevant while also going around the map getting a lot of kills. Looks like it would kind of be an okay game with it considering some of the squishies, but obviously the Echo Saber feels a lot safer.
Yeah, we've seen some of the Chinese teams prioritize that Battle Fury on Monkey King, and I definitely don't feel like this is a good game for it. I like
that's not the mid one life.
The more aggressive opener. Puppey with a stun onto Solo, and that's all it's going to be.
Blink Dagger timing now on the Pasha, so he's going to be looking for a kill if he can, but they're trying to abuse this ward once again. They didn't find it before.
And they'll find it now.
Or will they? Because they're out of there. Nothing. Struggling here a little bit, it looks like, as now 15-minute boundary run up top. Pasha's going to make a little toss play there.
Okay.
Does guarantee it for himself, but likewise bottom.
Hard to pick up that bounty room when you're up in the air. Wukong's command down bottom connects onto Solo. Puppey with the death ward. It gets interrupted, and Solo will live. Roger trying to heal him back up. No one does have a Laguna Blade and a regen room, but Nisha jumps in to follow the fissure. Turns into the Lina. They're trying to find this kill on no one, and they will. Yapzor with another dunk. On the other side, Zai does fall to the wrath of the Phantom Lancer. 1 for 1 around the map.
And mid for the off lane there, though, and a bit of a disparity in the net worth, but I suppose not too much there between those two heroes. Nisha just playing so well as this Lina. Every time he morphs into it, I feel like he's connecting on those spells, maybe a couple whiffed LSAs, but apart from that, does a lot of damage early on here in these engagements. And now Ramses, he has taken the time. He said, all right, I need a little bit of space here, gonna get my Diffusal Blade, then I'm gonna join back in here. So just waiting on that delivery now.
Yeah, scary stuff for Secret to deal with. The Morphling, it looks like he's going to go for the Manta style first item. So definitely following suit in what you were thinking. The classic right-click carry Morphling as that bottom rune gets denied. Heartbreaker for the Morph. He
had the Lincoln's queued up too, so was kind of considering that, but likely just because of the Axe too. Not that fabulous this game.
Doesn't feel like a great Lincoln's game. Big investment and doesn't really block all that much, though. The survivability is nice.
Posture still just waiting for his moment here. Soul kind of trying to bait a little, kind of, backing away from the waves. Acting like there's nothing there, but they're not falling for it. And Posture just feels like he's kind of wasting a bit of time here. Try again to aggressively push this wave with the call here. Soul trying to be not just passive here, and he's finally getting some attention from Team Secret. But it's a few too many heroes.
About halfway to that Blink Dagger on Solo. Always a key item on the Axe, especially when he's in this support role.
This might help. Like they're going to use another one of these smokes here. We'll hope it goes a little bit better for them this time. 3 heroes with the IO in the vicinity, with the relocate, with the Diffusal Blade. This feels like Virtus Pro's fight.
I mean, this is the moment. This is where Tiny is so strong.
Lurking with that Blink Dagger. He's so ready to turn this one around if Solo can't find it perfectly.
There's the jump in, the toss back, a lot of damage on the mid one, the Laguna Blade, and they'll bring him down first. YapzOr now jumps in onto the Tiny. The Death Ward bringing him down low. The Maledict did connect, but Wisp will keep him alive. Now Puppey gets turned on. Ramses with the damage. It's 2 down for Secret. VP take the fight, and they're not done yet. They want to dive past the tower. Battle Hunger already cast onto Zai. He gets caught by the LSA. Now the toss forward. It's Roger in the front lines, and they should have plenty of damage to bring down this Centaur.
Beautiful timing here from Virtus Pro. They catch them without the Echo Slam. So close to coming back there with that Blink Dagger ready to go. Fight could have been so much better for Team Secret, but Virtus Pro have found it. That's going to give themselves the tower and a little bit more real estate on the map.
These are the plays you have to make when you've got this Blink Dagger Tiny. Certainly not a farming investment.
Especially when you're trying to play this different style that's more playing. Like Ramsey's actually getting engaged in this one and getting the kills. Like Nisha continues to farm, but PL is ahead of him at the moment.
Bottom tier 1 tower down. The mid tier 1 also fell for Virtus Pro somewhere in the mix. Nisha was putting a lot of pressure onto it, so right now VP do have that tower advantage. With also the tier 1 in the top lane down for Secret.
Awkward times here for Team Secret. They don't have the Stampede quite yet. Another 15 seconds or so. And then with Zai going for that Crimson Guard first, it means he's lacking a bit of the initiation. So the pressure is there for YapzOr. Perhaps mid one to scout it. And they will catch him in the end there.
The TP gets interrupted. Will they have the damage to bring him down though? Roger is level 9. There's the dunk. Follow-up damage now from mid one, and they've got it. It's YapzOr again. Now on a mega kill streak. Roger with the tether away. Mid one's got his sights set on popping this Wisp, but won't be able to grab it. Meanwhile, back in the mid lane, Solo getting low. Nisha looking to pick up a solo kill.
But
won't find it.
Yeah, they barely caught that tether snap, right? A little bit of the pants down. Like he's TPing out, the Owl's trying to move his part, the tether snaps. And then suddenly there was actually still a cooldown going there, so and Roger couldn't make the save.
Right at the end of that TP also. It seemed like VP actually thought they were going to be safe in that moment. Again, the reach from Secret to make those interrupts.
Yeah, it's always been one of the better parts about Monkey King, kind of why he works as a support in the first place. Reminds you of like Earth Spirit or something. Just the range of initiation is absolutely ridiculous between a tree dance into a boundless strike.
Very key item now picked up for Secret. It's going to be that Crimson Guard in the hands of Zai. Always good to have against the Phantom Lancer, and certainly not bad against Lina either.
Yeah, especially the later this game goes. This time they're going to pop another smoke. They're looking for it. And they know this is the path to victory for them, as well as the fact that the Echo Slam once more is down, so the counter initiation is weak from Team Secret. YapzOr seems to have sniffed this one out, though. Perfect positioning.
Continuing to play a step ahead here, but what will Secret do with this information? Zai connects with the hoof stomp. Mid one up on the trees, does connect with the boundless strike, and Solo, he's going to be the first one to go down. The rest of VP just head for the hills, but no one. Pretty deep in enemy territory. Just a Yule Scepter right now. A TP in the backpack. They'll use the Stampede. They catch her in the middle of that LSA, and she gets surrounded and destroyed.
If you panic Fisher there.
Oh, hello.
Oh, hey, Red Eye? Paul. Paul, are you there, Paul? Oh, he's not there.
He'll be back. Don't worry. Don't worry.
We'll get him later.
Still such a tight game though, Trent. It's still right around that less than 1K net worth lead, slightly favoring Virtus Pro, but neither team able to secure more than 2,000 in their favor in the first 20 minutes of this one.
think game plan wise, things...
Down bottom, Zai gets initiated on. There's a relocate. He's going to try to TP home. It'll be close, but he makes it. A great heads-up play to survive.
Yeah, very much so. And now they want some sort of revenge here. 7 seconds to the dunk. But those heroes are escaping now from Virtus Pro.
No vision for Secret there.
I think if you're Team Secret at this point, you're obviously just looking towards Nisha. Not much more you can do, right? You're building in towards that Manta style, very close to having it completed. Has the recipe on the courier. Just walk himself up to the shop now and purchase it.
Right item for the Morphling, and Ramsey is following suit, making progress towards his Manta, but still has some farming to do. Whoops-a-daisy.
Definitely feels like there's some concerns heading later here. They're going to go for the pipe on Zai too, so I thought maybe he'd go Hood first this game just because of the matchup, but because he was so slowed down, I definitely understand why he needed the Vanguard first and the Crimson, but yeah. Means the Aghanim Scepter is a long ways away. Definitely feels like one of those items that could supremely help Nisha, just if he's out farming on his own and trying to push those limits, and you're worried about him getting bursted down by that Lina.
Yapsor going to be looking for an Aghanim Scepter of his own on this Earthshaker. We've seen some of the core shakers earlier in this event prioritize that over the Blink Dagger, but so much mobility once you secure both of those items.
It matches up so well with the Doppelganger. That's where it feels really good. Even later on when you get into that big talent of the Phantom Lancer, you actually feel you can still keep up with them because you're essentially timing every single totem with the Doppelganger. But Pasha, again, he's smoked up here. They're burning through these things on the side of Virtus Pro.
A nice deep ward down. This is a great hunting ward for a Tiny at this stage of the game. Looking to pick on some of these squishy supports, but for now, not going to fish his wish. Solo, on the other hand, his smoke will get revealed. A lot of enemies nearby. Mid one up on the high ground. He blinks just in time.
Oh, gives away
Zai on the other side, though, and well, that'll be the end of Solo. And you're right, Zai was up on the high ground. They must know it gets pinged immediately by the Centaur. Something's tricky here.
So mad if I'm that Tiny. Dude, come on, that was my smoke.
Big misplay there.
Is under attack.
Costly mistake.
Yeah, feels like it wasn't really going to help you with that battle hunger, but alas, there it goes. That really hurts the assassination potential here of Virtus Pro. You have a relocate. You would like to try and use it either from an Axe Call setup or from the Tiny initiating with some burst potential, but the less vision you have, the more difficult that's going to be for those heroes. So Puppy certainly looking to invest as much as he can, but he's going to want that level 15 first so he can get all those sentries down with the GPM talent.
Oh, those sweet GPM talents. 120 gold per minute at 15 on this Witch Doctor. That feels like a silencer.
It's fabulous. Makes those supports playable.
Echo Saber now secured for Pasha. Gives him a little bit more solo kill potential.
And Mid-One also just stacking up into this Maelstrom now too. This has been the go-to build for many a Monkey King as of late. And well, that ward's going to scout at Pasha.
Hey there, Pasha. He's going to get caught by the Maledict, the Death Ward, and the Rockman will be turned to rubble as he gets ripped apart. Another nice pick-off here for Team Secret.
Yeah, so many just missed opportunities there from Virtus Pro, right? They're going in with all these smokes, they're not finding these kills. It feels like they're losing that momentum that they need at the moment. And it just feels like niche is getting larger and larger. And how many times have we seen this in this tournament? That Morphling is so strong, it does so much damage. It just needs a hero to tank it for you. And it's going to be so quick to go down.
Yeah. Definitely falling faster than Virtus Pro can react here. Currently farming on the other side of the map. Even if they started moving now, they wouldn't make it. And first Roche does go to Secret. And no surprise to see that second life in the hands of Nisha's Morphling.
Solo's going to have to do so much work in this game. I feel like these BKBs are going to come out on Nisha and Mid-One, and this game is closed unless he can find some absolutely massive calls trying to initiate these fights.
The BKB also out on Lina, giving No One some more presence in this game. It's felt like No One also hasn't really been able to find that many opportunities. He's been in this similar situation as Pasha, where they just can't find the kills.
Yeah, he's definitely going for the right item, I think, in this one. The Aghanim Scepter also gaining some popularity on the Leaners as of late.
The BKB Slicer.
Yeah, see if that'll be one way they can actually bring down Nisha. He loves to sit so low on HP. He's trying to look as juicy as he can here, but this is an Invis rune. And they might not have this scouted out here.
Oh, he misses the LSA. No one, no.
All right, that's a good cow. Like, he's dead if he doesn't BKB there, so.
And the tip. Well, he survives, but it is the 10-second charge down. Definitely a heartbreaker for VP.
Oh, it's a value game for the support buying a Quelling Blade. You're up against the Monkey King. This always feels good. Means you can get down some of these sneakier wards in your match. But just because they have the high ground scouting of the Monkey King, these aren't nearly as effective as you'd like them to be.
Regen rune. Both teams posturing like they want to snag it. And they'll actually let it go. Feeling it's a bit too risky all the way in the mid. They jump in onto the Tiny, and Pasha gets picked again. This Tiny just can't find anything, Trent.
Yeah, they're trying to bait out that regen. Just leaving it there like, oh, I mean, why would there be a regen if there were heroes there, right? I mean, that doesn't make any sense.
So smart. Bottom tier 1 now, under assault from Zai. He's got a siege creep to help him out.
They do just miss that courier, and that is a heart for the Phantom Lancer. So Ramsey's been a little quiet lately. He had to find himself some more farm after that Diffusal Blade.
Oh, we see it dunk mid. No one brought down again.
Oh, that was the first person angle there of mid one hopping in there to finish that one off on no one.
Even, caught us all off guard with that initiation, I think. Even no one wasn't ready for it. But now Secret starting to increase their grip around the map, tighten their grasp rather. Tier 1 or tier 2 mid, tier 2 bottom both fall. And VP don't really get anything out of it. Secret posturing like they might want to poke at high ground here, at the very least force a buyback on the Lina. Of course she does have it, but it would cripple that economy. No glyph available for VP, and this tower is going down fast. Stun on the back line onto Ramses.
They don't have the Echo Slam though, it's still a little bit risky.
Remember, Nisha does have a fresh BKB and the Aegis of the Immortal. He can afford to go down once. Secret now starting to retreat. Zai out of mana, getting left behind, but does have some stick charges. Oh, nice Fisher to block
things off. Can they really not commit here? I mean, Ramsey's just slowing this down as much as he physically can. Middleton trying to turn
it. It comes out. They're going to turn onto Ramses. Solo getting low on the back line, and Ramsey's in trouble. Doppelganger on a sliver of HP, but he's down. 2 dead for VP without buyback.
Pasha, he tries to find a blink out here. No more stuns left. Fisher won't reach. Roger
falls as well. 3 down now, Trent. Secret. Will they continue to push? The tier 3's been popped and they want barracks.
Well, something tells me the 10-second BKB on a Mortley and an Aegis, I think they will.
There's the Laguna. Remember, Aegis, he's coming back, and now no one. He'll get caught out of position. They've got the damage. He's down. Buyback used straight away, but VP taking big damage in the base.
Ramsey's being dead. This just doesn't feel possible.
Still without a glyph. This is a hard defense to make. The bottom lane's been cleaned up. Now the tier 3 mid falls. Exposed barracks, but VP have heroes coming up in just a matter of seconds. Axe back in the fray. Pasha with a nice avalanche on the whole team. Looks like Secret will take this moment to back up. Not going to push it too far, but now a 12K net worth lead with 19 kills.
They didn't go anywhere though.
Is it a fake back? It's another BKB used by no one defensively. They'll put some damage into Zai, but Centaur is not the target you're looking for. Puppey will get brought down. Solo finds that one, and now Secret will get out of dodge.
It's back. Yapsor's waiting.
Nisha turns into the axe. They pop the whip. There's the Echo Slam on the PL. Connects on Pasha as well. VP, though, still holding their ground in this fight. Nisha getting low, but he's back to full HP. Ramses, doppelgangers across as Pasha gets brought down by Nisha. Another stun, a cast on 2. Huge from Puppey. Solo, destined to die as now this PL is on the run. Ramses still alive, but stunned up with the Boundless. The follow-up damage is there, and he's down. VP running out of options. It's GG. Secret take game 1 in stunning fashion, just shy of 30 minutes. An incredible performance.
The
breaking this game open.
Again.